editor's note, we're gonna need, like, a giant trigger warning.
Dear listeners, just as a heads up, there is attempted poisoning and other material that might be discomforting, so that will be around the 23-minute mark. You will hear this noise. And then when you hear that, if you don't want to listen, skip forward 3 minutes and the scene will be over, and then the story will continue from there.
The 763rd Bitter Litany, Chapter the 7th, The Old Guard, in which betters are made to contend with inferiors as equals. Shortly after the close of the tournament, the Lord High Adjudicator, Archduke Alistair Aspetus, and the Archduchess-in-Waiting Renatia Zonakostovich happened upon one another on a footbridge in what Hildegard Havage's horrid rag of a newsletter, the Citadel Circular, once had the galling poor taste to describe as the 5th best park in the Citadel. The park is, in point of fact, the 8th best, and Havage's insistence that what it lacks in amenities and landscaping, which makes it so less frequently visited than other better gardens, be counted in its favor for the sake of privacy, is hackneyed, contrarian, and frankly an embarrassing thing to print and charge 3 halfpenny to read. It is, however, where Aspetus and the daughter of Zonakostovich found themselves meeting. House Zonakostovich is old. It is very old. Not the first house. That distinction belongs unequivocally to the High House. But to say that House Zonakostovich is very old may elide that which I find to be more important to convey. Archduke Vladislav Zonakostovich is very, very old. By the grace of the undying empire, we can be assured that most of the vampires of the houses have been placed justly and with great wisdom, and therefore have been in their positions for quite some time, if not forever. But what I mean to say is that Archduke Vladislav Zonakostovich has been very old for quite some time, and to the best of my knowledge, there have never been records so careless that they might need to be corrected to align themselves with the truth. By contrast, there have been some numbers of Lord High Adjudicators of the Ordos Principium. It is, after all, a fairly young organization by the reckoning of our empire, owing its official charter to the changing needs of a continent which had more fully accepted the Pax Vitae Infinitum. For all his personal and familial flaws, the Lord High Adjudicator Archduke Alistair Aspetus has done well to cement his house for a very long and perhaps heirloom stewardship of the Ordos Principium. Perhaps his most lasting achievement, aside from convincing the public he's a natural platinum blonde, is his brokering of the terms by which the brazen would be tithed and distributed among the Ordo Principium Belli, better than earning him the position of Lord High Adjudicator. Did Alistair and Vladislav get along? Of course not. Nobody enjoys Archduke Vladislav Zonakostovich's company, but much as Cecil Dunes is a man of the Empire, they are both men of the Empire. And now we find ourselves adherent to the dictates of a very, very old vampire's daughter, rather than to the man himself. It is a change, and the only change Archduke Alistair Aspetus enjoys is when the noxious acids change his roots from pink to white. The meeting between the two was tense but brief, and there are now reports of brazen legions preparing to move themselves towards the south, while Renatia herself follows a path that we who pay attention to these sorts of things have become rapidly familiar with. Marquis Bahamut was summoned to a meeting with the Grand Duke Maximus Rex Imperialis. The Grand Duke's office is appointed to make one feel small. When one is summoned to the Grand Duke's office, they stand before his desk and await his address. His pauldrons accentuate his already immense size. He wordlessly conveys that he is powerful, and you ought to feel powerless in his presence. At time of writing, the son and heir of Grand Duke Maximus Rex Imperialis lies dying with no known cure. When Marquis Bahamut was summoned to their father's office, a chair was provided. When they removed their cape, The Grand Duke removed his pauldrons, and then all other subjects were dismissed from the office. It can only be speculated what words were exchanged between them, but after Bahamut left with a grim look in their eye, Maximus Rex was heard to howl with an immense feeling. It seems to me inevitable that one or both of them might soon make their move, and I intend to be watching from a safe distance away.
Odette, you have heard a plea from a very unlikely petitioner from the Citadel, and it stands out among many as being at a turning point for not just this individual, but potentially the entire empire. How do you respond in a single sentence? A single, fully true sentence.
This is obviously not the first time Odette's spoken to you. So to kind of keep up the facade a little bit, I think it amuses Odette that you don't know they're a god. It's like a little fun game. The way Odette presents physically is just whatever you imagine a slightly more successful version of yourself would look like. It's completely dependent on who is looking at a visage of Odette, but that it's literally just what is in your mental mind, the image of a successful person. It's that. It's someone who's doing that better than you. That's what Bahamut sees. Walk through this garden, just says something to no one, just says it to anyone who might be listening, and walks past in order to not this is not a conversation. This is simply for those willing to listen. My little Pearl, there's so many people who want to be sat atop at the end of this day. I don't think that person is you, and that's sad. But if it's not going to be you, you better have total control over what they do next. And walks off.
Gawain, do you have something, or do we want to get to Anatel and Lorelei? Do you want to wait for more pieces to assemble? Like, what? I feel bad having you sit for ages and ages, you know?
I'm fine.
If you're fine, I'm fine. I just wanted to see if you had something you wanted to action on, or...
Like I said, I think I am less person holding gun and more bullets.
Okay. Anatel,
Yeah.
Lorelei, the weight of the situation that you are in dawns on both of you at the same time. This child might be the most important birth in centuries. How you feeling?
This does change my plans a little bit. Keeping the kid alive is a little bit more important than I expected it to be. I haven't decided yet if Deidre is a problem that needs to be gotten rid of. Lorelei has a couple of contingencies that she's spinning up in her head, but a lot of it depends on how the voice of the Sanghark handles this.
And Deidre has made her priorities pretty clear. She, if I recall, requested that you take the child as far away from the Emperor as possible.
Yeah.
I definitely clocked that she does not want this plan to go through. She wants to protect the child. Lorelei's not sure where she falls on that, but there's possibilities. But there's also a very, very, very powerful vampire in the room who's also very influential, and I know a bit of what her deal is. So how are you reacting, Anacel?
My dear Lady Deidre, we are aligned. I want nothing for this child but its utmost safety and security. And so to this, I would ask for your permission to make this vow. Looking down, I believe this to be one of the most important children this empire has seen in many a century. I believe their potential is near unlimited. And so, I think it is only fitting that they take as important a role as I could potentially give them. And so, I, with your permission, will make to the entire world known that I am merely Sangark for as long as this child wills it. For I believe that this child should, no, must become the Sangark of our Emperor. It is what is best, what is right. And of course, so the Empire does not go without one, I will care for this child along with any who would aid me, and I will speak still with authority, but I will make sure that everyone knows that this child is the Sangark in all meaningful ways.
Can I read his face?
I'll let you read his face in a second here. As you say these words, you see the exhausted Deidra and a look of unbelievable helplessness and pleading pass across it. She realizes that in her current state, she cannot stop you. Lorelei, you also see plain as day. Whatever fucking crazy rant Anatel just went on, she is not into it.
Yeah. May I roll now to...
Please.
Yes, you may. Yeah, you may read
going on
Anatel's
with
face.
him? So that's gonna be a 13.
Holy shit.
Ask me some questions.
Yeah, start asking. Let her rip.
What drives you to make this child the Sangark, or are you actually going to make him the Sangark?
Oh, they're gonna become part of the church fucking right now? Because then their noble house ties are gone. Their identity is gone. It doesn't matter who their mother and papa are, they're the churches now. And that's what I want more than anything in the whole wide world.
Okay, I like that plan.
That's fucking diabolical. That's some fucking fey bullshit. I love it.
That's so smart, though.
I think that's very clever.
Out of character and above table for those listening, we've established a little off camera that becoming high enough in the church, you are basically stripped of all identity. Anatel's not even this person's like original name, probably. Anatel may be more of a title, slightly less of a title than Sangark. Like, whoever you were before being this high in the church doesn't fucking matter a single bit. You're the states now, the churches.
Debating what my second question
Yeah.
to be, because Lorelei knows that's absolutely genius if we can manage to actually pull that off. That's going to piss off her father so much.
Which is a plus.
She, like, what do you really think of me? Like, how can I convince you, essentially, to let me be part of this? How do I get in on this? How do I become an important part of whatever's going on here?
You're a studier of people. So to Deidra, I'm projecting a lot of like confidence, and all of my persuasion and charisma is going directed like a heat ray. And you can see desperation, fear. I believe with my deepest heart of hearts, I need to do this or things will go badly. So I think you probably can tell, like, if you just help make this happen and help it keep going, I'm not really gonna, like, there's not like a barrier to entry on this. This is, the plan is open to contributors.
Okay. So Lorelei's just kind of watching you give this speech, and she says, I think it'll be best if we split up. People are going to be coming for us. I'm not sure how long the guards can hold them off. I heard voices when I was making my way here. There's more than one way out of here. You take the child and go one direction. I will take Deidra and go another. I can show you the most secure way, the one that no one else knows about. No one but me. You will get out and you will be safe. And I will take Deidra. And I will rejoin you later. I do believe this is what is best for the Empire.
My lady, I will go as soon as we can. Give me permission to make this oath to you, and this child will be under my and the churches in this empire and the emperor's personal protection.
I'm going to step in just because I think it's a little more dramatic. I don't think you can bring the kid into the church right here, right now. I think
for sure.
You have to do a ritual, probably back at the Citadel.
Yeah, I think I need her to give parental consent to like even make this possible. If I don't leave this room with witnesses saying yes, then I don't think this is possible.
It has to be Deidre who says it's okay, which means Lorelai, you need to convince Deidre that this utterly unhinged plan is gonna work.
That's what I mean. Like I need Deidre's explicit permission with witnesses that can corroborate after the fact for this to be possible.
How does Deidre react to this as Lorelai is now looking at her very tired sister?
She looks utterly defeated and betrayed. The last direction she wanted you to take this kid is back into the arms of the Empire.
Deidre, you realize there's nowhere you can run, and you and the child will not be found. People will be after this child. They're already coming for him.
You can go west. Canastia said that she would take him in.
My lady, once what is done in the Citadel, they can come towards your child as much as they like. They will be under the grace and protection that none would dare impeach. You could go wherever you wish together, under the grace of our perfect emperor.
Do you trust Anatel and I to get your boy to safety, to where those who could threaten him will not be able to do so? Do you trust us?
Can I try and read Deidre's face?
We don't have time.
I'm pretty clear about Deidre's face. She's not into this. Are you trying to dig up some more info? Feel free to roll it and ask some questions.
Yeah.
If you get something.
I got a 9 flat.
Okay. Yeah, throw a question out.
Is she like got like pride? Is it because like obviously I have like the first thing that comes to mind is like playing to like her vampiric pride, but I don't know if like that's where her head is at. So I guess what does she lack? This plan doesn't please her. What does she lack? What's not doing it?
What she lacks is that you don't understand what her actual stake is in this, and she doesn't want to let you in on that.
Also, there's only so many things you can take him west would mean.
Well, she also name-dropped Canastia.
We know what's open. Yeah.
Canastia spoke to me as well, warned me of threats coming to stop me from meeting you here. Like I said, we are aligned. If this works, you can go wherever you want, together, openly. Whatever is west, can get you there.
I'm going to call this, one of you can do it, a deliver a command. And so, Rob, you have delivered the command. Lorelai, what I would like you to communicate is what you two are going to do if she doesn't follow through with this. If she is not in alignment with you, what are you going to do about it? And I want you to tell her that.
So I have a brief meta question.
Yes.
Because I can probably sort of guess what Rob's plan is, so you need her permission. Is it you need the permission of the person who gave birth to her, or you need the permission of the person who is legally listed as the boy's parent?
Ooh.
Is it a blood thing or a paperwork thing?
It's gotta be a blood thing, right?
Yeah, because you're not from the administratum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I'm pretty sure there's paperwork somewhere.
I mean, there is
that
also
more
paperwork, but this is
like-
the church, so this is like a blood.
If the mother dies, would I be able to give permission?
Oh my god. Yeah, probably. Zad, you have something to throw in.
Yes. I would like to reference back to the ground itself, where the brazen bloodlines, we call them that because that's a traditional understanding of family. Something that we, as a table, have been very clear about is that lineage magic frequently passes through blood in a metaphysical sense they may or may not believe this, but like in a metaphysical sense, one of the rules for magic that we've established is that magic adheres to social conventions around what defines family. So it is the person who has the kind of like metaphysical correct claim to being the parent of this child. She doesn't even have to die. When you guys get back to the Citadel, Alistair's going to swear up and down that his daughter did not have an illegitimate child, and that's going to be placed on Lorelei. That's something that has been ceded. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but if we're going with those metaphysics,
Lorelei has also been fully prepared for the past like 7 or 8 months to be the mother to this child.
I will throw this one out there. I'm going to hit you with an Ace Attorney objection.
Mhm.
All of that reads as very accurate to me if you can get the kid out of this room. But if Deidre is present and Deidre is not feeling it, then that still presents a problem.
Everything Zad said, obviously, 100% true, and a fact I continually love about the setting. But I think the Empire fights against that fundamental truth of reality because they're
Evil.
stupid and evil and care more about.
y'all have a very simple path forward. She's weak already. She just gave birth. She's not in much condition to do much of anything, let alone fighting back.
This is why I'm glad Lorelei is saying what we'll do if Deidre doesn't accept.
And it doesn't have to be a threat, but I need you to express what the consequences might be and also like what you two are going to do if she refuses to allow this to proceed.
Deidre, this is the best option for the future of the Empire. And you know I will do whatever it takes to protect the future of the Empire. The only real question here is, will you live to be a part of this child's life, or will you not?
Jesus! Go ahead, and one of you can roll. Lorelei or Anatel can roll. You two should choose between you, since you're both sort of splitting the move. Man, that's intense. That's a fucked up moment right there.
This feels as a group, as a team, like an iron. Iron draws a blood on your hands and stealing your gaze. Because I mean, especially with that last comment. Is that
this
true?
is happening whether you want it to or not. The question is, are you going to be a part of this child's life?
Yeah. Bree, you want to roll it? Or should I?
Sure, I'll roll.
All right, sounds good.
Since it's my threat, and I make it.
Yeah, this is your family. You do the roll.
It does feel like she would listen more to family than to the church.
I set you up. You got to spike the volleyball.
Also, like, this isn't even a threat. I'm just telling her how it is because I have a better understanding of how the world works. Can I make an argument for Mists? Draws on the lies that you tell and the secrets.
No
you
one can tell you what stat you are using except you.
That makes it a 10.
That is a 10. They must honestly tell you, player to player, or NPC to player, what they intend going forward. To obey sincerely, to obey grudgingly, to defy you secretly, to defy you blatantly, or to appeal to your superiors. She hisses at you, enraged, and she simply says back to you, if you make this a child of the Empire, then I will see certain that Father casts you out forevermore as he should have done centuries ago. And so her response is she is going to tell your superiors.
So...
I would like to apply my venomous trade.
What? What? All right, what's this move?
When you apply your venomous trade, spend a secret token. Next, choose 2 from the below to describe the poison and name your target. I can spend additional secret tokens.
Oh my god!
To add options, and then I roll on a 10+. The poison is subtle. It can be applied indirectly, gradually, and passing. It's more of a sneaky one. On a 7 to 9, it's dramatic and happens immediately.
I love when I pick the right side.
Jesus. Editor's note, we're gonna need like a giant trigger warning. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Is everyone feeling okay right now, by the way?
Also, this doesn't necessarily have to kill her.
I'm doing great.
Okay.
I bet you the viewers forgot,
Mhm.
listeners forgot I was here this episode. I'm gonna be real. I'm just popcorn and timid. I don't.
3D glasses.
I got a Coke. I had something else I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say after I
Anyway.
got a Coke. Cut that.
Bree, your roll.
Before you roll, you pick 2, so it steals their voice, leaving them unable to cry out, and it clouds their memories or their sight.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to remember that I was part of this.
Jesus.
This is worse.
This is, yeah.
I did think about choosing. It's a gentle death.
Right.
I did think about that one, but I could also have made it a violent death. But I'm just gonna roll an act missed, and that is a 9.
That is a 9. It happens instantly. How do you apply the poison?
As she says this, I pull a little vial out of my pocket, and like while she is talking, I just pour it in her mouth, and then clamp my hand over her mouth so she is forced to swallow it.
It happens immediately as well, right? A 9 means it happens instantly. And it's dramatic.
Yes, it's very dramatic. She's gonna forget basically the last hour.
I have an idea, and tell me if this is too dark.
Yeah, if you like.
So, seeing what is being done, Anatole would lean forward. As a member of this empire, I see you and deem you unfit to care for a child of this import. You may, of course, appeal at any time you so desire at the Citadel, and I would encourage you to do so. Until that time, I feel compelled, as is my natural and only just duty, to take this child unto my custody and care. Good day.
Fuck.
Are we cool?
Woo!
Yeah,
I mean-
Lorelai just like she gave the poison and then like stepped out of the way when she saw it taking effect, and then you came forward and said that, and she's just standing where Deidre can't see her.
Her eyes sort of drift away, and then she becomes completely silent. You can tell that the poison has taken effect. She is barely aware of outside stimulus and will be barely aware for a little while.
Lorelai just gestures for you to follow her through one of the secret doors.
I will do so.
And this is one where she knows she can collapse the tunnel behind her. And we just leave her. We take the child and go.
Do you guys split up, or do you just leave Deidre?
Oh yeah, no, we just leave Deidre. When I was originally pitching splitting up, I was going to ditch her in one of the secret tunnel hallway things and double back and me up. I was just gonna ditch her somewhere and then meet back up with Anatel.
Anatel, heads or tails?
I just wanted to get the baby away
Anatel, heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
until it does.
You escape out the secret tunnels, and which direction do you head at first when you escape the barracks?
Anatel, while we are moving away, is going to, I think, for the maximum chance of success, you should take this child with as much personally trusted security as you think you can get away with, and I will do my very best to be a very large and distracting presence all the way up to and including the Citadel, where we can meet to where this needs to be done.
You return to the Citadel. I know a good way to disappear. You will see me before the month's end. Travel well, travel fast, and thank you for trusting me as I'm just holding the boy.
If I've done my job, I will do neither.
Anatel, draw
Mhm.
someone out.
You got it. So that'll be 8 plus 2 for my embers for 10.
You are making a very loud exit, and as you escape, you are stopped at a crossroads. Having heard a shrill scream come from there, you arrive at the crossroads and you see none other than Administratic 7th class Terrasar Garrus holding one of his rings to the forehead of Kanastia Zanakostovich, who is on her knees and looks basically catatonic with her mouth agape, like she is like lost in sort of this mesmerization. And he is holding it to her forehead. And he looks over at you and he says, "Ah, so I should presume that you are next, but I see you have no child. And here I thought I'd finally got my quarry." And he releases the ring, and Kanastia, like, falls flat on her face, unmoving.
Well, good thing I have no qualms disappointing you.
Kind of squares up to face you. "So where's the baby?"
I think we both know that I would rather die and go back to the embrace of our emperor before I give you a single piece of information regarding the child. As far as you're concerned, unfortunately the lady was not able to bring to term. You should readjust your plans accordingly.
Go ahead and put someone in their place.
But you would be higher.
Oh
ranking.
yeah. I would love to, but I rolled a 3. So.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
When you fail, if you are if you miss, you overstep. Tell history if you are too harsh with them, or if you overreach, and then expect trouble.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a bald-faced lie.
Yeah. He looks at his hand. It looks like he's picking a ring as if he was picking a golf club. And he approaches you, tapping his cane forward, and then reaches out with the cane violently to strike you in the gut. Fight for your life.
Yeah. That tracks. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't matter. A 4 plus any of my numbers is still a 6 at best.
Oh no.
That is hell.
It's a really good thing you didn't take the baby.
Oh man. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this is really bad for you.
Oh yeah.
Gawain, your wife.
Uh-huh.
On any hit, you leave them broken and bleeding, and the fight is over, and then you get to give them some consequences. Then they describe how they wound you. On a miss, they leave you for dead. Choose a fate from above.
I mean, here's the thing. I know what they would pick. They would take my wits.
So let me describe exactly what happens. So he catches you in the gut with his cane, and it hurts harder than it should. There is a significant amount of pain, and it feels like the pain spreads throughout your body. As you double over, he strikes you again between the shoulder blades, knocking you further down. Then he grabs your wrist, pulls you up to face him, takes one of his rings, this one is yellow, and presses it to your forehead, and you feel your thoughts being siphoned out of your mind.
Exactly what I meant when I said take.
Yeah, and then he kicks you over and leaves you just sort of like on your back and walks away. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
And as you watch him walk away, you hear him say, "You know, you just could have told me, because your plan isn't going to work." And then he heads down the road east back to the capital.
Good thing I wasn't planning on going anywhere near the city until I had confirmation that Anatel was back. Whee!
You have been listening to Game Over, a creative storytelling collective building a world one game at a time. This week we have been playing The Bitter Litany, a Powered by the Apocalypse game of tragic fantasy intrigue by Luke Jordan, which is still in development as we play it, but keep an eye out for it soon. This week our players are the core cast of myself, Brianna Jean, TT Benjamin, Robbie Rowling, Zach Yolen Green, Emily Anderson, and Lex Olden. If you like what we're doing, feel free to leave us a review on your favorite podcasting app, and you can support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/GameWoven, as well as supporting the network we are a part of, which is the One Shot Podcast Network, where we have just some truly amazing shows that we get to be affiliated with. And if you're looking for something to listen to, go check them out.